Thank you, Oliver, and good morning. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, the big moment has finally come. We are launching the BMW iX3, the very first car of the Neue Klasse. And as Oliver mentioned, we have been working on this for the past 4 years. And with the Neue Klasse, we are taking very big steps in technology. And these bigger steps in technology can only become meaningful hand in hand with big steps in design. The BMW iX3 has a much bigger range, helped by a very clean shape with excellent aerodynamics. In the interior, you will find a new display concept that allowed us to clean up the dashboard and completely redefine the driving experience. But let's look at the exterior design first. We have typical solid BMW SAV proportions with a lot of presence and emphasis on all 4 wheels. The surfaces are very clean with only a few precise lines. The front end shows a new interpretation of the BMW typical face, in which we replace chrome with light. Vertically oriented kidneys match the more upright overall appearance of our SAV. And this new light signature is part of the daytime running light, and it will make the new iX3 very recognizable by day and by night. Overall, the car has a very solid stance and strong shoulders, and in the rear, again, a new light signature that emphasizes the width of the car. Now, in the interior, you will find that the driving experience is and will remain our focus, putting the driver at ease and in control. The key element to this is our all-new BMW Panoramic Vision, which projects in the bottom of the windscreen and builds upon our years of experience with head-up displays. This new display is visible for all passengers on board and will allow you to quickly check the information you want and need while keeping your hands on the wheel and your focus on the road ahead. Together with our new free-cut central display and iconic steering wheel, these elements are the cornerstones of our new panoramic iDrive system, a whole new driving experience that you will find in all our future BMW models from now on. This new user experience already starts when you approach the car and continues as you get in and set the car up to your personal preferences. With My Modes, you can do that very easily and select a perfectly curated driving experience from screen content to colors to light and sound and even the driving characteristics. So, our new operating system X focuses on the best driving experience, but will also allow you a much higher level of personalization, making your new BMW truly yours. Overall, the new digital aspects of our cars will make them more intelligent and easier to use. At the same time, this has allowed us to design much cleaner and warmer interiors, creating very personal living environments on 4 wheels. The interior trim that you see here, digital white, is spacious and modern. But what about other options? Let's have a look. Ladies and gentlemen, we have curated various interior trims with a lot of attention to detail, giving each trim a unique and distinctive character. And these trims can be combined with a wide variety of exterior colors, giving our customers plenty of choice in a few easy steps. So starting with the BMW iX3, we are introducing a new form language that will lead to a new look and feel for the entire BMW brand. Our designs will be very clean and at the same time very strong in character. But above all, more BMW than ever before. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Adrian. From driving dynamics to drivetrain, from battery technology to the operating concept and digital user experience. Every one of these elements has been significantly enhanced for the Neue Klasse. And looking at the performance data for the iX3 gives you an idea of what our customers can look forward to. Of course, the iX3 is all electric. With more range and faster charging, that was our promise, and we have delivered. The iX3 offers a range of more than 800 kilometers in the WLTP cycle. Range anxiety, ladies and gentlemen, we're making sure it's a thing of the past. Also thanks to the ultra-fast charging capability, the peak charging power is up to 400 kilowatts. In other words, in just 10 minutes, the iX3 charges enough to drive more than 370 kilometers. At BMW, we are known for our driver orientation. Hands on the wheel, eyes on the road, with the right data just where you need it, and not more. With BMW Panoramic iDrive, the windscreen itself even becomes a projection surface, merging reality and the virtual world in perfect interplay. And here we are once again setting a new standard in the industry, and not just in the iX3. We're rolling out the BMW Panoramic iDrive across our entire product range. The iX3 also strikes perfect harmony between hardware on the one side and software on the other side. 4 central computers deliver the necessary computing power, processing data up to 20 times faster than conventional systems, genuine superbrains. BMW drivers will appreciate one of these systems, in particular, the Heart of Joy, which combines all functionalities for the drivetrain and driving dynamics. Over 100 years of expertise in driving dynamics, now enhanced by digital capabilities. And you will feel the difference right away. Whether you are pushing the limits or driving in everyday situations, this is sheer driving pleasure taking to a whole new level. And the experience also includes state-of-the-art automated assistant systems, tailored to our customer needs, dependable at all times without compromising safety. Driver and vehicle become one. We call this BMW Symbiotic Drive. Ladies and gentlemen, we know that without responsibility there can be no real progress. And that is why decarbonization and resource conservation are key in the development of the iX3 and the Neue Klasse. Throughout the entire life cycle, we also apply principles of design for circularity. The vehicle standing right behind me is made up of 1/3 secondary raw materials, 1/3 secondary raw materials. We are focusing on becoming more efficient and consuming less energy and resources, whether in the supply chain, in production, or finally on the road. The iX3 is a perfect example of our strategy of reducing CO2 wherever we have leverage. And we are transparent on our reliable path towards climate neutrality, in line with the Paris Agreement that has not changed, using all drivetrain technologies. Ladies and gentlemen, greater electric range, faster charging, a more immersive digital experience, the next level of sheer driving pleasure, and of course, a greater focus on sustainability. And all of this in an incredibly attractive package. The BMW iX3 is truly more BMW than ever. And
So today I want to show you also how we actually position our intelligent personal assistant as the holistic intelligence in the car. That we do on the one hand by actually making speech interaction with our voice assistant more powerful than ever before. But also we're helping customers to fit their car to their needs by creating individual routines which should help them to enhance their daily drive. Let's have a look at how you can actually create that. So if I go to the Personal Assistant app and go to the Routines tab, you see that we have two routines at the moment. One is start of journey and one is for arrival at home. In the future, we will actually curate here more and more routines and give customers the possibility to adjust their drive even more. For today, let's look at start of journey. What you see here is a hand-curated list of functionalities that customers can actually adjust to their liking, which will then be directly started when they jump into the car through either a single press of the button on the steering wheel or through saying, yes, please. For now, I'll actually only enable that it switches to sport mode and activate the routine in this menu. So if I now go here and I start my journey, we will see that the assistant is coming up and is suggesting that the routine should be started, and I can simply accept it by pressing the yes button. And we see we're jumping to sport mode. If customers are actually doing certain changes very often, we can even enhance their routine over lifetime. I'll for now actually set up the start of journey routine. And you see here the hand-curated list of functionalities that we currently support. For example, you can turn on your seat massage at the beginning of your ride, or if you're living in a cold area in the winter, you can also directly start the defrost function. For now, I will actually use the speed limit warning functionality and turn it off when I jump into the car. I'll activate my routine, and then after a certain time frame, we will see that the assistant is actually suggesting to start the routine when we jump into the car. Here we go. I accept it with a single touch, and we see that the routine is being started and actual SLI is being deactivated. If I now also start using certain modes very regularly, the assistant will keep on suggesting to actually adjust those routines so they are actually a living feature and enhance over lifetime to fit the user needs better and better. So if I switch to sport mode and do that very regularly, we will also see that the assistant is trying to suggest to add it to my routine. Here we see the example, add sport mode to routine. I can confirm with a press and it will show up at the next start of my routine. All right, this is how we try to enhance users' drives even more in the future and hope to make it a more pleasant ride with their BMW iX3. Hi, today I want to show you how we are enhancing our BMW Intelligent Personal Assistant through the power of large language models to make interactions with users more natural than ever before. For that, we have picked the most important use case our users are using in the car, which is the navigation. So imagine you are on a ride in San Francisco and you want to actually have a pleasant day in the Bay Area and visit the most important landmarks and have a charging spot and stops along the way. Let's directly dive in. Hey BMW, take me to Golden Gate Bridge.
Hang on a moment. Here are the results I found for Golden Gate Bridge. Which one would you like to navigate to?
Can you take me to the Vista Point?
Started navigation to Golden Gate Bridge Vista Point at Golden Gate Vista PT, Sausalito, California.
What we have seen here is that I don't need to actually provide the exact number of the POI that was listed in the list, or actually reference it by take me to the first one or second one, but I can actually just naturally use the name of the point of interest and directly navigate there. Let's see some more of the capabilities that it actually has. Hey BMW, find me a coffee shop at my destination.
Hang on a moment. Here are the coffee shops I found near your destination.
Can you find me a charging station next to the second one?
Here are the charging stations I found near the second location.
All right, take me to the one on San Rafael.
Added a stop at AC Charge Point on 450 San Rafael Avenue, Belvedere.
So what we have just seen is that I can naturally actually search for a coffee shop that to my liking, and then even near that coffee shop find a charging station that fits my needs. In the past, this would have not been possible. Now we can actually just reference different points of interest during the conversation and directly start a new search there. Let's find some new capabilities on top of that. Hey BMW, find me an Italian restaurant in San Francisco.
I'm on it. Here are the Italian restaurants I found in San Francisco.
Which one's the best rated?
Amano is the best rated Italian restaurant.
All right, then take me there.
Added a stop at Amano at 450 Hayes Street, San Francisco.
So what we've just seen is that I can also reference what I was talking about with the assistant before through the power of large language models and the context that it actually keeps. The assistant knows exactly what we were talking about and directly starts the navigation there. All right, so what we've seen is a glimpse of how we are enhancing the navigation with the BMW Personal Assistant in its latest version. We're obviously aiming to bring the capabilities of large language models to further domains and enhance our assistant even more in the future. But this is a glimpse of the future, and we're starting to actually bring that as a pilot to US customers this year. On top of our navigation capabilities, we are also bringing more and more power to our customers through the use of our technology partner, Amazon, and its product, Alexa. So what customers can now do in BMWs is actually use a concept of account linking, so logging in with their Alexa account to enhance the music search via speech and find their favorite artists, playlists, and tracks that they want to play in their car. Let's have some examples. Hey BMW, can you play some upbeat music?
The station, Pop Culture Radio, on Amazon Music.